Channels, the Apple TV app that lets you watch live TV using an HD home run, is now available for iOS. What is up, guys? This is Jeff Benjamin, and here is a hands-on look at channels. At the bottom of the screen, you have the Own Now, Guide, and Settings tabs. And if we tap the Guide button, you'll notice that it looks strikingly similar to your typical guide on a set-top box for your cable or satellite provider. Of course, you can scroll through the guide like this to see what's coming up in the future, and you can also see what's currently playing right now. That's in the light purple color. If you tap on an item, you get a synopsis of that particular show, and if you tap Watch Now, you can actually watch it live, just like this. So that is live television coming over the air via my HDHomeRun, which has an antenna connected to it so that it's able to receive over-the-air terrestrial television. The cool thing about the HDHomeRun is that you can, as you can see here, pause, rewind, and fast forward through live television. And that's possible due to a limited buffer. I find such a feature extremely handy when it comes to watching live sporting events. And if you're coming from a cable television subscription where you had a DVR that allows you to do this, then you're going to feel right at home. Now, you can also scroll through other shows just like that and tap on them to switch shows without exiting the interface and going back to the guide. That is really cool. And speaking of the guide, I showed you earlier where you would get a synopsis of a show when you tap on a show, just like this. So I get an overall synopsis of that show. But what if I just want to watch that channel? Well, all I need to do is tap on the channel directly like this. And it loads that channel, doesn't load up any sort of synopsis, just gets me right to watching television immediately. Now, you can also filter on the channels that are displayed in the guide at any given time. You can tap the little filter button. You can choose only to show HD channels. You can choose sports channels or movies or your favorites. However you want to filter, you can do so using that little filter list here. Now, if you have an iPhone 6S, you can use 3D Touch to quickly peek into a show synopsis to get a quick overview of that show without fully committing and opening up that full show synopsis. Now, if we go to settings, you can go in here to set and unset favorites. You can also scan for additional channels like that. And some HDHomeRun boxes work with cable providers as well, so you can check the post for more details on that. You can transcode. Lots of options. Pretty much everything you find on the Apple TV version, you're going to find here. And if we go back, there's our favorites list. And if we go back to the home screen, I can 3D touch on the icon to go directly to the guide or to the what's on section, which is your favorites. Now, channels will work on any device that has an A7 processor or higher. It also requires iOS 9.3 or higher. So here is channels running on my iPad Pro. And you can see the interface is pretty much exactly the same. And the nice thing about the HDHomeRun, whether it be the Connect or the Extend or the Prime, is that all of them have at least 2 tuners. So that means you can watch 2 shows at the same time on multiple devices like that. And I believe the Prime has 3 tuners, so you can watch up to 3 different shows across 3 different iOS devices or an Apple TV, for instance. Needless to say, it's pretty awesome. So here is the HDHomeRun Extend. This is the one I have. It features 2 tuners. It has built-in transcoding. All you need is an antenna to go with this. Now, don't skimp on your antenna because you want to make sure that you receive a good signal when you connect to your HDHomeRun. Of course, you have your Ethernet port that you'll connect to your router and the power adapter as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a look at channels now available for $14.99 on the iOS App Store. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is Jeff with 9to5Mac.